You Tessie.
Fly, don't bother me, so fly, don't bother me, so fly, don't bother me because I love Toby. That's me.
You fly, don't bother her, you fly, don't bother her, you fly, don't bother her, I'll suck you on the nose. beast. Hey. There's no place like home, sweet home.
We want to see.
We want to see.
We want to see. We want to see.
When the sun goes down, the tide goes out, the ducks gather round and they all begin to shout.
Hey, hey, Uncle Doc.
It's sweet to meet the feet on the Mississippi mud. It's sweet to meet the feet on the Mississippi mud. Wanna dance? What do they do? Lordy, how I'm telling you, they don't need no band.
Acha.
They keep time by clapping their hands.
Acha, cha, cha, cha.
And the extra crowd soon on the clock when the ducks put their feet on the Mississippi.
Lordy, how they great. Lordy, how they great.
Uncle Joe. Uncle Jim. Da 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 da.
Lord, that music kills me. Oh, your killing kills me.
Uncle Jim. Uncle Joe. Lady beat it up in a fast or slow.
When the sun goes down, the tide goes out, the ducks gather round and they all begin to shout.
Hey, hey, Uncle Doc. It's the beach beat on the Mississippi mud. 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 It's the beach beat on the
Smarty, 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 trying to spoil my party. Don't forget what the teacher taught. You'll be sorry if you get caught. I'm going to tell your mother. See if you don't care. You're not He's smart, so there, there, there.
Oh, can't you take a joke? Percy. I'll play the piano for you.
My father attended public school in Brooklyn and attended high school, and then went to art school. He intended to be an artist. But one day, something happened that changed his entire life. He was walking down a street in New York City, and he saw this sign that said, Raoul Barré, cartoonist. Curious, he went into the building and found out that he had entered the realm, the domain of an early producer of animated cartoons. Barré said to him in a heavy French-Canadian accent, "So, you would like this job, eh?" And my father thought, why not? He'd give it a try. And he then became working at the Fleischer Studio as what was called a tracer, which has to do with an old-fashioned animation process that's no longer used. He was a tracer for a relatively short period of time, I think about a month, and then graduated to the status of full-fledged animator. Didn't take much training in those days, but he had a knack for it. And he worked on a number of Mutt and Jeff cartoons for the Barré operation. After leaving Barre, but before starting his own studio, my father had different occupations. He worked as a commercial artist in the early 1920s, and he also signed on with the Fleischer brothers, the Inkwell Studios. When my father came to Fleischer's, Coco the clown didn't exist. A clown existed, but he was a precursor clown. He was without form and void. Well, my father changed things. He took the clown character and redesigned him. He did a makeover. The clown had a more defined shape. The clown had a more defined personality. His costume was more elaborate. And he even had a little companion, a little dog named Fitz.
I was more or less put under the tutelage of Dick Huemer. And Dick's artistry was tremendous. With his ability to draw not just the clown, but almost anything. Watch him, I was awed, definitely, by what he could do and how he did it, which is something I could never understand, because to me, a person who can sit right down and start doing finished art with a pen was ridiculous.
My father used a Gillette 290 pen, which was his favorite drawing instrument all his life. It was able to make very skinny lines and very thick lines. The clown character, most of the stuff in the cartoons that he did for Fleischer, have a thick outline. This is not only a stylistic device, but it also has to do with the practicality of the limitations of the film of those days. Fine lines would simply drop out in the photographic process, so you had to ink boldly. after a while, he was enticed to Southern California by none other than Charles Mintz. Mintz offered him a very lucrative position in the Depression days, and he worked for Mintz producing, or rather drawing, Scrappy cartoons and Toby the Pup for a couple of years, I believe, before accepting an offer from Disney at reduced pay. He welcomed the chance to work with Disney, although he had turned down a previous offer for low pay, because he recognized that Disney was a genuine genius, and he wanted to work with such a person. Before my father finally left Fleischer's for good and went to work for Mintz on the West Coast, Max spoke to him this way. He said, "Okay, this is the last time you're going to leave me." Max had a sense of humor. I think he recognized the logical humor in the remark, but I think he must have been kind of sad too, because he admired my father's work and it had moved his studio forward. After my father went to Disney, he found his true path. He had grown tired of animation. He kind of resented that the character couldn't get from point A to point B by itself, that he had to do all of that labor to get him there. He got the chance to direct. He was director of 2 Goofy shorts, Goofy and Wilbur. He also worked on a comic strip called Buckaroo, which is only appropriate since I found out the family name Huemer actually comes from an Austrian word that refers to a person who tends cattle in an alpine meadow. Huemer, I think it is. So being cowboys kind of comes natural to us. He retired in the late 1960s, much loved, and given a wonderful cartoon of himself sitting surrounded by all the things that interested him, with the caption, "Who's retiring?" and signed by all the legends of the business, including, of course, the 9 old men and many of the others at Disney's. At least as a physician, I can console myself with the notion that laughter is the best medicine, and humor, of course, has something to do with laughter. We all have heard stories of people who have made miraculous recoveries from illness. One prominent magazine editor even documented his recovery from a crippling illness through the medium of laughter. He played funny films and read funny books to himself and got well. I think laughter is an important healing force because I think it's one of these gifts that nature has given us to deal with adversity.